Hi students, today our topic is anomalous finites. What's some anomalous finites? Here you see, you need not bother about this title of this grammar part. It's very easy to understand. See what are anomalous finites. Here it has given anomalous finites. The term anomalous finites refers to the group of 24 finites given below. Here there are some words that you can see, which are the is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, and also continues like will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought, need, desire, used. So all these words are normally known as anomalous finites. So in detail, let's study that one in the next slides. As you can probably see, these are all auxiliary verbs. We have already studied what auxiliary verbs are. Some of them are also used as principal verbs. As auxiliaries, their function is to help principal verbs to form their tenses and moods. The previous class, we have just studied what auxiliary verbs are. Here, what is the duty of an auxiliary verb? It is to help the main verb. The duty of an auxiliary verb is to help the main verb, that is the lexical verb. Here, as auxiliaries, their function is to help principal verbs. Principal verb also known as main verb, to form their tenses and moods. As anomalous finites, they have other functions. But here in this class, we are just going to study the duties of the anomalous finites, the functions of anomalous finites. Anomalous finites are irregular. They do not form the past tense by the addition of ed, d or t, but by a change in the root vowel. Some anomalous finites must, ought, have no past tense forms at all. You see here must, we will not say musted or oughted like that. So there is no addition of ed or d or t with anomalous finites. That is the main thing that we have to keep in our mind while we are studying these anomalous finites. So there is no addition of ed, d or t with anomalous finites. Some anomalous finites must not have no past tense forms at all. Here it is, you see, there is no past form of these words, must, okay, and ought also. There is no past form for these words. But these irregular finite verbs are different from other finite verbs in many respects, and hence they are called anomalous finites. So these finite verbs that may vary from other verbs, finite verbs. So this type of verbs are called anomalous finites. See the next slide. The most obvious difference, obvious means clear difference, between anomalous finites and other finites is that they can be used with contraction nt, which is the shortened form of not. So here the difference is revealing here. It is obvious that the difference between anomalous finites and other finites is that they can be used with the contraction not. For example, can, can't, can, can't. So it is known as, this type of short form is known as contraction. What is that? Contraction, which is the shortened form of not. Not we are using like that, must, mustn't, will, won't. This way we are using, okay, will not is using as won't, can, can't, cannot, this contraction is can't, like that. It is not true. It is not true. It isn't true. Here it is. It isn't true. the expansion of that one is it is not true. We aren't going anywhere. We aren't going anywhere. So this way we can use, using the contraction form of this not, we can use n, t. We are not going anywhere. You shouldn't do that. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Normally we are not telling I do not know what to do. The easy form and also contraction of that not is I don't know. I do not know. It's also correct, but normally we are using I don't know what to do. So this is the way of using that anomalous finites. Of the 24 anomalous finites, the forms be very careful here. You see, be, have, do, need, and dare are sometimes used as principal verbs and sometimes as auxiliaries. The importance of these 5 words, what are they? Be, have, do, need, and dare. This can come as principal verb or main verb. These are sometimes using main verbs. For example, have, I have a pen. In that sentence, have is the main verb. I have a pen. Okay, I have a book. Here, the have is the main verb. So this type of words can be used sometimes as auxiliaries or as main verbs or principal verbs. So these are that 5 words. Keep in your mind. Okay, please remember these words: be, have, do, need, and dare are sometimes used as principal verbs and sometimes as auxiliaries. The remaining are always used as auxiliaries. The other forms of this anomalous finites are used as auxiliary always. Okay, so every time this word should be there in your mind. Don't forget it. Okay, be, have, do, need, dare. Be, have, do, need, dare. Okay, so this, what is the importance of these words? These words are used as principal verb or the main verb or the lexical verb in some sentences. Sometimes it is used as lexical verbs or principal verb or main verb, or sometimes as auxiliaries or helping verbs. Okay. So the uses of anomalous finites. What are the uses of anomalous finites? Why we are using these words? In which context we are using these anomalous finites? To form negative sentence. Here we are just, all these are very easy. You know these words earlier. You are very familiar with these words. However, we are just going to its some methods of these anomalous finites. Okay. So in practical way also we are just going to learn these anomalous finites to form negative sentences. It's very easy. How we are using using negative sentences of these anomalous finites. I know, for example, I know. I know is a word. I know is a sentence. I know. What is that I know? I know him. I know him. How to make the negative of this sentence? I know him. It's easy. How to make this one is easy. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. But the contraction of this form is I don't know. I don't know him. So this is the present tense. Okay, this is the present tense. First, present. So while we are just changing this present into negative, we have to add a do. You have to add a do and plus not. Okay, I think now you got the idea. No, it is a present. So whenever we are just changing a present tense into negative form, always we have to use a do. Add a do and not. Do plus not. Do not. Then the same word we have to use here. The same word. Okay, no. No change in the present tense. What we are doing here, let's add a do and not. This is the way of making the negative of the present tense. Okay, I do not know him. This way we are not using not. Not means here we are not using this way. Which way? I know not him. I know not him. there is a usage in English, but this is not the correct form of using the negative of the I know him. Okay, so I know not him also used in English in some context, but here while you are asked to change the present verb to negative, what you have to do is to add a to and not with the verb present. Okay, next, she wrote to me. Here the difference is a slight difference is here. Here what we have done, it is the present, but here you see this is the past. Write, wrote, written. Here the past tense. How we got this past? How we got this past? It is derived from these two words. Did plus write is wrote. Did plus go is went. Did plus eat is ate. You got me? This is the way. Did. In every past tense, there will be a did. That you have to keep in mind. Then it will be very easy to create, easy to make the negative tenses of this past one. Okay. So what is that? In every past. This is not a written law, but you have to keep this way in your mind to learn this very easy. Okay. So wrote past is did not. So how to make the past one of this one? Did plus not did not, didn't. Did plus not did not, didn't. So in every past there is a did. Every past there is a did. What we are asked to do here? We are asked to do the negative of this sentence. So did not is that way that we are making this negative of the past one. She didn't write to me. She didn't write to me. Again we are not using wrote. Already we made this one did not. So need not write it again, wrote past here. Here after adding this did not, we have to use the present verb of that present verb of that word. Okay. So here you see wrote. This is the correct way. You don't use this way. She did not wrote. She did not wrote. That is not correct. Why? Already we have made this wrote past here. Okay. No need to use two pasts same time. Two pasts. Here this one is present. This one is past. So she did not write to me. Okay. Here not. You don't use this way. Which way? She wrote not to me. This is not correct. She wrote not to me. Not should be used this way with a did. Okay, did not. How we got? Because in every past there is a did. So if you are asked to change the past tense into negative form, what you have to do? You just add a did first. Just add a did first. Then with this add, you have to add not. Okay. Yes. Here. Do the anomalous finites do and did help to change positive statements into negative statements? What we have learned in the previous slides, what we have learned, you see, in the present, if you are asked to change the present tense into negative, we have to add do. If you are asked to change the past tense, you have to add did. These are the two normal and two very easy methods to understand. Okay. Past, did, present, do. Change positive statement to negative statement. So this is the paragraph given here. The mere addition of not to the positive sentence is not enough in modern English. Not is enough, but not in modern English it is not enough. Okay. In past, sometimes the people use this as not. Only mere using this add, they made this present tense into present and past tense into negative sentences. But here in the modern English it is not possible, or it is not enough to add mere not. Okay. Uses of anomalous finites. Anomalous finites are the only verbs in modern English which can form their negatives by the simple addition of not. So only with the anomalous finites we can use not. This is the sentence given. What is that? Only with the anomalous finites that we can use not. Okay. English which can form their negatives by the simple addition of not. compare. Here you have to compare. What to compare? He will come. How to change this one into negative? So this one is very easy. You see here, if there is an auxiliary verb, if there is an in the previous slides what we have learned, there is only present and past tense. But what we are going to study here, here we can see the auxiliary verbs. So please remember every time that if there is an auxiliary verb in any sentence, it's very easy to change into negativity. Okay, so here you see auxiliary verb is here. If there is an auxiliary verb, then what we have to do is just to add not with that auxiliary verb. You see, only add this not with this auxiliary verb. Then it is very easy to change into negative that sentence. He will come, he will not come. This one we can also use it as in contraction. How? He won't come. Won't, W-O-N-T, W-O-N-T, won't, N comma T. Okay, won't come. So he came, but here again the problem is there. What is that? It is in past form. Came. I already told you if it is past one, then what we have to do? We have to add a did. Always in every past form there is a did hidden there in that verb. Okay, so came here. So always you look at the while you are just asked to do something to negative. First you have to look at the verb. Okay, here if it is present or past, if this one is present, no need to think about it more, just add a do. If it is past, just add a did. Okay, so if it is the case like this, how? If it is this auxiliary verb, then after the auxiliary verb you have to use not. So it's very easy to do. Okay, he will come, he will not come, he came, he did not come, not he came not. Can I do it? What is the problem here? Can I do it? Can is there. Can is what? It's an auxiliary verb. So it's helping verb. Where I asked you to add this not after the auxiliary verb. So can plus not. Okay. Can I do it? No, you can't or you cannot. Should I take it? No, you should not, because this one is also an auxiliary verb. Should not. Okay. So if there is an auxiliary verb in a sentence, you just add not after the auxiliary verb. This is the rule here. If it is present, add do. If it is past, add did. He took the medicine. He took the medicine. Here what? Took. Took is past or present? Definitely it is past. Took. Take. Took. Taken. Take. Took. Taken. So it is past. What I told you, if it is past, then we have to add did, right? Did plus not, did not. So you see how this changed. He did not, he took, changed as he did not take. Again we are not using took here, only present of that past one, that is take here, the medicine. So he did not take the medicine, not he took not the medicine. Here a rule is there. Anomalous finites are also the only verbs that can be used with the shortened form of not. Shortened form is contraction of not. Ind. Shouldn't. See, shouldn't. Okay, can't. This way. To form questions. Again, we are just changing to another slide. Here we are just going to learn how to make the questions from this sentence. A question is usually formed by putting the anomalous finite before the subject of the sentence. You see, it is very easy again. He is a good singer. Where is the auxiliary verb is here? Here, or the auxiliary verb is here, already is here. He is a good singer. He is a good singer. So see, if you are given a sentence like this, an auxiliary verb, a sentence with an auxiliary verb, use what you have to do first. Just pick out this auxiliary verb from this part. Okay, pick it out and keep it there at the first of the sentence, at the beginning of the sentence. It's very easy. He is a good singer. How to use this one? We are just misplacing this is it from here and just keeping it here at the beginning of the sentence. So if this way if you are making a sentence, it will automatically change as a question. Okay, he is a good singer. Other words don't have any changes, just write it the same way here. He, after just avoiding the word is, he a good singer, then is just we put it here, then he a good singer. So is he a good singer? So in every sentence, if there is an auxiliary verb, you bring that auxiliary verb at the first of the sentence or at the beginning of the sentence, then we will get this question form of that sentence. See here, they have won the race. Have is the auxiliary verb, so just bring that have into the first of the sentence, then we will get the question. They have won the race. Have they won the race? No other changes in the sentence, only have we have to bring the first. The cat will kill the mouse. Why is the auxiliary verb here? Will is the auxiliary verb, that's a helping verb. That will should be brought the first of the sentence, then we will get the question form of that sentence. The cat will kill the mouse. Will the cat kill the mouse? You see, so it's very easy. So if you are asked to make the questions, to form the questions, what you have to do is that to just bring that auxiliary verbs to the first of the sentence, then we will get the question form of that sentence. If the affirmative sentence does not contain an anomalous finite, the auxiliary do and its forms are used to make questions. Here, he killed the spider. Did he kill the spider? The same way also we can make past and present tense also. In the previous slide what we learned is that of making that question form of auxiliary verbs. Here there is no auxiliary verb. Present and the main verbs are given here, all the sentences, main verbs. How to make these main verbs into question forms? Okay, if there is a sentence with main verb, how can we change that sentence with main verb into negative one? I already told you, if it is past, there should be a did. Okay, so that did is what we are just going to bring into the first. Okay, you see, he killed the spider. Killed is past. Killed is past. So what we have done here, we just put the did. Okay, did is first, then again need not use the killed, only the first form of that word, that is kill. Yeah. Did he kill the spider? Did he kill the spider? This way we are just going to make the question form of the past tense. Kill the spider. Okay, he ate biryani. For example, it is not given here. For example, I am asking you, he ate biryani. How can we change that one? Can you guess? You try to do it yourself. Can you guess? He ate biryani. What we are just going to do? See, you just guess. He ate biryani. Ate is past. So what we have to do? First we have to just find out that did from that word. That is did plus ate. Did plus eat is ate. So did he eat biryani? Did he eat biryani? Okay, this way we are making. They went to Beijing. Went past. They went to Beijing. This went will be did plus go here. Okay, if you split that word, if you split this went, then we will get a did plus go. Did plus go. Did plus kill, killed. Did plus eat, ate. Did plus drink, drank. This way we are making the past. See, they went to Beijing. Did they go to Beijing? Did they go to Beijing? He fell. Fell is also past. He fell off the ladder. Did he fall? Fall is the present. Fall, fell, fallen. Did he fall off the ladder? They make. What is the past of make? Made. Okay, but here it is not what past. It is present. I already told you, if it is present, do. If it is past, did. No other changes. They make good cheese. Do they make? Here, make the same word we are just keeping here. Okay, do they make good cheese? She likes ice cream. Does she like? Here the difference is the likes. Yes is here. Yes is here. This is the form of simple present. Likes. If it is the case likes, we must find out that yes, how this yes added here. It is the split form of this does plus like. So whenever you see yes word like yes or yes, that means simple present form, that you must understand that there is a does in that word. Likes, does plus like likes, kills, does plus kill kills, eats, does plus eat eats. So this is the way that we are forming this question. Okay, she likes ice cream. Does she like ice cream? Again we are not using yes here. Okay, does already yes is here, so need not use it again here with this verb. Does she like ice cream? So this is the form. Again, to form negative questions. And now we are just going to learn negative questions. The anomalous finite are also used to form negative questions. Does not, do not, did not. This is the form. First you understand that, then it will be very easy to capture it. Does not, did not, do not. So he does not like it. Does he not like it? What we have to do? Does not he can be also used. If it is used does not he, we have to use the contraction of that one. Doesn't he like it? Does he not like it, or doesn't he like it? Both way are acceptable. Okay, these both ways are acceptable. They do not eat meat. Do they not eat meat, or don't they eat meat? Okay, don't they eat meat? She did not touch it. She did not touch it. Did she not touch it? Didn't she touch it? So these are the negative questions with negative forms. Okay, didn't she touch it? These are the ways. Okay, so everything is easy. I think it is very easy for you to understand. What you have to do, just go through the slides once again and find out or understand it very well. Here, notes. The question does he not like it is more formal than the question doesn't he like it. In formal English, this one is used. What? Does he not like it? This one also correct, but this one is formal one. This one is formal one. Which one? Does he not like it? Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.